at Adisawe Kanda, and we are actually bringing you across all the affiliate radio stations across the country. In Tamale, we're live on KESME 107.1 FM. Around the world, we're streaming live on 3news.com. My name is George Kwaning. Top of the story is this very hour. Private legal practitioner Christian Mam Hesse says the legal tussle surrounding the prosecutorial powers of the OSP is a test of the laws of the country and corruption fight.
Ghana wants to have the anti-corruption fight stand on its own, and whatever laws Parliament are coming out with, that law must stand the test of time.
Meeting between members of Ghana National Association of Teachers, NAT, in the Madina Denton Abokobi area, and local authorities over attack of teacher and inconclusively. And government steps up efforts to strengthen drug safety across the country as policymakers push for the use of African data for medical interventions on the continent. We have details of these and more coming up shortly. Stay with us. Thanks for your time, and now the news in details. Private legal practitioner Christian Mam Hesse says the legal tussle surrounding the prosecutorial powers of the OSP is a test of the laws of the country. On April 15, 2026, an Accra High Court ruled that the Office of the Special Prosecutor lacks the authority to initiate and conduct criminal prosecutions without authorization from the Attorney General. The court declared assessing OSP prosecutions void and ordered the Attorney General to take over all pending cases. And the decision has sparked a lot of public discourse, especially on the inconsistencies in Ghana's laws and fight against corruption. For the minority, they want President Mahama to publicly declare his position on the Office of the Special Prosecutor, stating that his earlier praise of the OSP appears to be mere deception in light of what they describe as ongoing attempt to undermine the office. Deputy Ranking Member on the Constitutional and Legal Affairs Committee, Alhassan Tampuli, is questioning what he describes as a double standard by President Mahama. Take a listen.
President Mahama himself, in December, was publicly praising the OSP. We call it settings. It's part of the settings. You are praising something in public, and behind the scene, you are seeking to uproot it. The AG filed submissions at the Supreme Court siding substantially with the plaintiff. This is one situation where the defendant and the plaintiff are the same. And in musical parlance, we say, I and my shorty are one.
You heard Deputy Ranking Member on the Constitutional and Legal Affairs Committee of Parliament, Alhassan Tampuli. And now some civil society groups argue treating the OSP's exercise of those delegated powers as unconstitutional will be inconsistent with decades of established practice across the public prosecutorial landscape. Dr. Kojo Pumpuni Asante is Director of Public Engagement and Partnerships at CDD Ghana.
What's the hurry? What's the rush? So we are clear in our minds that there's nothing unconstitutional about it. What, of course, we had all agreed was that when a constitutional review process came around, we will elevate the OSP to a constitutional body, which we believe the constitutional review proposals have also been, made. You can just imagine if people had reached out to the AG that, they were prepared to even do plea bargaining or make a confession. Now they've been given a way out.
Dr. Kojo Pumpuni Asante is Director of Public Engagement and Partnerships at CDD Ghana. But legal practitioner Christian Mam Hesse says these arguments in the legal angle strengthens Ghana's laws.
The same thing is happening with the OS because we have rallied behind the flag against corruption and corruption-related matters. So the cry tells us that irrespective of who is occupying the OSP's office, Ghana it has moved to a state where it is no longer ready to subordinate itself to corruption, but wants to have the anti-corruption fight stand on its own, and whatever laws Parliament are coming out with, that law must stand the test of time. It shouldn't be that when a law is put out in order to cure a primary law which is uncertain, it rather comes to cause more further uncertainty. When that happens, it affects the certainty of the law, and it's not good for the legal system.
And you had, private legal practitioner Christian Mam Hesse. Away from that, And the Minister for Labour, Jobs and Employment, Dr. Rashid Pelpo, has reaffirmed the government's commitment to clamp down on illegal recruitment agencies operating across the country in the coming weeks. According to the minister, the move forms part of broader efforts to protect Ghanaian workers from exploitation, particularly those seeking employment opportunities abroad, while also promoting the principles of decent work. There's more in this report.
At the official launch of the Professional International Recruiters Association Ghana, PIRAG in Accra, the Minister for Labour, Jobs and Employment, Dr. Rashid Pelpo, highlighted the persistent challenges faced by Ghanaian migrant workers. He noted that many are subjected to poor working conditions and various forms of abuse after being recruited under questionable circumstances. A 2024 report by Afrobarometer indicates that 61% of Ghanaians immigrate in search of better job opportunities. In response, the Ministry of Labour, Jobs and Employment is partnering with the Professional International Recruiters Association Ghana and ensure ethical recruitment practices. Dr. Rashid Pelpo is the Minister for Labour, Jobs and Employment.
Government has observed the presence of unregulated actors within parts of the recruitment system. And I've insisted all the time that we want to make sure regulations touch every single person, every single company that seeks to send a Ghanaian out of this country for work.
Meanwhile, the president of the Professional International Recruiters Association Ghana, Charles Kwaning, says the initiative will help close critical gaps in the protection of workers' rights and promote transparency within the recruitment sector.
The exploitation, abuse, and human rights abuses of Ghanaian migrant workers. So PIRAG has been established to work with the government of Ghana, the Labour Department, and the private employment agencies or recruiters association, so that will protect the Ghanaian migrant workers.
And that was a report by our Labour correspondent Daniel Opoku. And now a meeting between members of the Ghana National Association of Teachers, NAT, in the Madina Adenta Mabokobu area and local authorities has ended inconclusively. The teachers on Monday declared an indefinite strike beginning Tuesday, April 21, following an attack on the member. A teacher, Abdullah Muhammad, was attacked by a former student of the same school where he teaches. District Chairman of the Madina Adenta Mabokobu branch of the Ghana National Association of Teachers, Christian Yao Edinkra, says if the corporates are not arrested and arraigned by Thursday, the strike action will escalate to the next level.
Our demand is that the police should get the people arrested and arraigned before court.
All right.
And thankfully, we have the support of our region. Our ultimatum is that Thursday, if these individuals who went to commit this violation of the teachers' rights, they are not arrested and arraigned before court, when we get there, we will know the next step. With all the assurances the police gave us, we realize one thing, that the community where the school is located is not safe. It's not safe for our teachers to go back. If they go back, the next, we don't know what will happen for us to be wearing black or red.
You had the district chairman of the Madina Adenta Mabokobu branch of the Ghana National Association of Teachers, Christian Yao Edinkra. And before we actually part company, let's bring you this very story. And government says it is stepping up efforts to strengthen drug safety across the country. The move is being highlighted at the annual conference on pharmacology in Africa, where health professionals and policymakers are also pushing for the use of African data for African solutions, including the deployment of vaccines, medicines, and health technologies across the country. And government says its push to strengthen drug safety is part of a broader effort to protect the public and improve healthcare delivery. This has been reinforced through the annual conference on pharmacology in Africa, which brings together health experts and policymakers to assess medicines use and safety before administration. Deputy Minister of Health, Dr. Gosayesu Dankwa, underscored the importance of strengthening drug safety monitoring systems and improving public health outcomes. Well, we'll bring you more stories if you log on to our website, s3news.com. My name is Josh Quinn. It's always a pleasure coming your way. Good morning.